Hello and welcome back, and thank you very much for joining me again in the studio here in Wales, where I paint away the stress of everyday life. So we're coming up to Christmas. We got that Christmassy card feeling that I've been doing for the last few lessons. So I thought today I'd be doing something with the colour wheel, some contrasting colours, bit of a Christmas theme. But if you're new to the channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and click the notification bells, because that's important. You'll get notified. I upload every Monday at 7:30 Greenwich Mean Time. That is London time if you're living outside of the UK. But before we do anything, let's have a look at the colours we're going to be using today, and let's get on to the painting.
So grab your brush, have a great time, and don't forget to click subscribe.
So thank you very much for watching the introduction. Now in this painting I'm going to use in some of my media mix, which can be found at www.clive5art.co.uk. I'll talk a little bit about that as we go along. I don't want to waste any time today. I want to get straight into this lesson. So I've got some green. Now you can make a green with a blue and a yellow. So it doesn't have to be this specific green, but this is Hooker's green. I'm using some mid-yellow, cerulean blue, which is a blue slightly on the green side. Any blue you've got, as long as it's a light blue, or you can add a little bit of white to the blue. I've got some red. This is a mid-red, cadmium red. I got some Mars black, some white. Basically, that's all I'm going to be using today. Now, I've got a scrap bit of cardboard, which you know I like painting on. You can paint this on any size or any canvas panels, any canvas you want. I thought I would go into a little bit more depth today rather than just go into painting. So I'm going to be looking at the colour wheel today. That's important, because we want to talk about opposites. There we are, complements, opposites, basically. But you know, we can make a lesson up as we go along. So I want to find about 3/4 of the way down. I'm just going to draw a quick line like that, because this is just a sample, quick sample type of painting. You can use this idea for a Christmas card if you want to as well. Please do that. I've got an old pot of paint there. I'm going to use this for a circle. So I'm going to draw a circle roughly about halfway down the pot. You'll see what I mean in a second. Just a quick outline, because I'm not very good at drawing circles freehand. There we are. Just a quick circle like that. We also want another circle there, say, roughly on the same. A plane is, there's your horizon line. A plane is a line where these items lie. So it's called a plane line. So I want this particular circle to be on the same level as that one. So I'm going to put it there like that. And again, this is an old pot of paint that I've got. So I'm just going to draw around like that. I've gone a little bit below the line. Let me just get that corrected. It just goes to show that we can all make mistakes, so don't worry about making mistakes. This is not an accurate thing. We don't need accuracy as such. So we got 2 lines and 2 circles. There we go. Simple as that. You don't really need to draw. Just have a little bit of thought about the process. I'm just going to pick up a brush. I'm just going to, let me just get rid of that, because that's old, mucky old stuff that I got in my thing. I forgot to clean that out today. I'm just going to put some medium mix in there. I only want a small amount and a touch of water. I'm just going to use a bit of water today. There we go. That'll do. That will do me. So I want a nice light green colour. So I'm going to get some titanium white and a little bit of green. There we are. A little bit of green, some titanium white. And I'm just going to put that into the background like this. Now you can use any colours you want. Any colours you want is fine. So I'm just going to go around my my circles. Just a little bit like that. Doesn't have to be 100% accurate. We don't do accuracy in the Clive 5 Art Studio. We just paint, relax, and have fun. And Christmas is a wonderful time of the year, isn't it? We got this nasty virus at the moment. It's been sneaking up in us in 2020, and we all need a bit of fun in our lives. We all need a bit of fun in our lives. So there's a little bit of a light green put in the background. Now I'm going to be using a fine mist bottle. These can be purchased at www.cliveart.co.uk as well. So I'm just going to squirt the card like that and just blend that moisture in, just keeping my paint wet. I'm going to pick up a little bit of green on my brush, and I'm just going to blend in a little bit of dark green like this, just to get that mottled effect, a little bit darker on the top and a little bit down there like this. There we go. Maybe just a bit of a dappling, just like this. Just a couple of little darker areas, because what we could be doing, we could be representing maybe a bit of a Christmas tree effect in the background, but it's really way out of focus, and we just want that effect. Or maybe there's a little bit of foliage going on in the background, and that's all we really need to do on that one. That's quite fun. Again, we just wash our brush, bit of soap, a bit of water. Now what I was thinking of doing is maybe getting a little bit of white, and let's get a little bit of black. Let's make a grey. Let's get a bit of blue into that black. So we want like a blue grey, really. Let's try and get a blue grey going. There we are. Let's see what that looks like. That looks okay. So let's put a bit of that in there like this, up to that line like that. Try and get that line nice and sharp if we can. There we are. And then let's add a bit more white into this area. Just picking up a bit of white, just bringing that in. Maybe a bit whiter there, like that. A bit more grey over there. Don't forget, this is a Christmas card type of painting that we're trying to do today, so we're not looking too much at, you know, accuracy or perfection or anything like that. And I don't do accuracy and perfection, never have, never will. There we are. Boy, I can hear the rain hitting the studio roof today. Not a very nice day out there today. Just bring in a few little lighter areas in like that. Now, I'm just going to pick up my hairdryer. I'm going to dry that off really well. So looking at our colour wheel, we've got red. The opposite of red is green. We've got orange, red orange and an orange. So this is going to be a Christmas bauble that we'll find on a tree. So if I do this one red, that's going to sit really nice against the green. But we've got oranges as well, so we can play into some blue, because the opposite of blue is orange. So we got a blue green, a blue orange. So we got quite a nice range of colours, from red to green, and from yellow orange to basically violet, if you look at it there. So we got a nice range of complements. This is what I was trying to look at today. So let's get into some red. Let's get into some red, and let's just paint. Let's just paint this first Christmas bauble in red like this. Take a little bit more time than me. If you're doing this as a Christmas card, then you need to take a little bit more time than me. But you get the idea. And then we get that Christmas bauble shape. Try and get this as accurate as you can as far as the shape is concerned, because there we go. Now you can paint any type of bauble you want. You might have different types of baubles on your tree. I'm going to get a bit of black because I want to darken up there, because we've got a bit of shadow at the bottom of this bauble. There we are. Just put a little bit of shadow in there. Just like that. We put a bit of shadow up there as well. There we go. And a bit more paint. Now you find acrylics sometimes. Some acrylics can be transparent. Other acrylics can be semi-transparent. And we got to stop talking because we can make mistakes like that. Other acrylics can be what they call opaque, so you can't see nothing through them. So what we're trying to need to do now is, with acrylics, sometimes you need to. This bauble is growing on me because I keep going out of my line. Yeah. Would be enough for that one, I think, for the moment. So we got to think of layers when we paint in with acrylics. It's very important that we think of layers when we paint in with acrylics. So I'm just going to get some white. Yeah, I'm going to do a blue and orange, isn't it? So we can put a bit of orange in this. So I'm going to get a touch of blue. I'm going to get a touch of blue into this white, I think. I'm going to put another bauble in here. And I think it'd be nice just to get that bit of blue in there. There we go. Because I got some really nice white, sparkly type of Christmas baubles on my Christmas tree. We had a black Christmas tree one year, and I didn't think that it would look nice, because traditionally I've always had a green tree, but to be honest with you, it was wonderful because we had some white baubles and stuff like that on it, and it was really nice. So I'm just going to bring in a bit of blue, just feathering that in like that, just for now, just to get that shape. And I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dry that again with a hairdryer, because I don't want to move these lines if I can help it. So wash the brush again. Going back into my red. So I'm going to get a bit of red. Now I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to my red, because I want to lighten my red, but I don't want to use white, because if I use white to my red, then it's going to go pink, and I don't want it to go pink, but I want that lightness of the red. And the only way you can lighten red up really is make it move towards an orange. And this is why I said the blue will sit well within the orange itself. So thinking where possibly the light will hit this, we need to just lighten up. And if you want to see a picture that I've done, a painting that I've done, talking about how light acts on like a sphere like this, then that's where you need to go and watch as well. So just lightening that up. Instead of adding a lot of yellow to the red, I'm just going to use what I got on my brush as far as the red is concerned, and just add a little bit of yellow to it over there. So I want to lighten it up a bit more. and then just bringing in a bit more light like this, just to sparkle up the edge there like that, and a bit more yellow now. Slowly lightening, 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 lightening. Just getting that little bit of a possible glow that we got on this bauble. There we are, just blending that in like this. Don't want too much light. And I'm washing my brush. What I'm going to do now is get a little bit of this red, and I'm going to put it in just on the edge of this white bauble, because what we got to remember is we get what we call cast shadows. A lot of the time we get called cast shadows. I'm just going to bring in a little bit of red here, maybe onto this area, just to give it a little bit of, I'm trying to get it to sit down onto whatever this table is. Trying to get it to sit down like that. We get a little bit more black. Just under there. Little tiny, 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 tiny bits of black at a time. Because that's your shadow, which is under the bauble there like that. Because that's going to be reflective as well, so it's going to be picking up the shadow off the table. So we got to remember these things. We got to remember these things. There you go. So we're starting to get a sphere that's looking as if it's sitting on a table. Let's get a bit of this. In there, we need a bit of. What we need to do is get a bit of this white by there now, don't we? Because that's going to be reflecting as well onto the table. Just get a little bit of that white. I just want it a little bit stronger. There we are. It's not going to be as strong. It's not going to be as strong. So we need to look at our white bauble now. So I'm going to go more white than blue. So I'm taking all the paint off my brush, and what I'm going to do is just bleed that in to that area there like that. A little bit more blue maybe down there. Just get a bit more white. Because it's definitely going to be catching the light there like that. There we go. Now I think what I'm going to do is just change my brush. I'm going to go for this long handled short. There we go. Because what I want to do now is I want to put we've got to have a cap. In order to hang this onto the tree, we're going to need a cap. There you go. I'm just drawing this out with a bit of white. Just a bit of titanium white. There you go. Can you see as it is starting to look like a Christmas bauble? I'm picking up some red. A bit of that black now. It's always got that little bit of a like a ruffled collar type of effect. Bit of that blue-white colour. Let's get a bit of blue-white mixed up. There we are, a little bit of blue, a little bit of cerulean blue. I quite like a cerulean blue. It's got that nice subtle type of, but it's got a bit of green in it as well, so makes a nice shadow colour. There we go. Okay. There you go. Goes well, I think. So there's that one. Let's go and do this one now, because this one is lying on the ground. Same type of thing, but we need to get a bit of blue, a bit of grey colour, just to put a shadow there, maybe a bit of shadow there like that. Make it look as if it's sitting there. Bit of black. Just do that little bit of a ruffled type of collar. There we are. We need to put a hook on this one as well, don't we? Bit of bright light, bit of white. There you go. Just put a bit of that grey shadow colour just on the edge there like that. Yeah, that looks okay, I think. That looks okay, I think. Let me get some more white. Sparkle up a few areas. Like as if it's just a bit of light catching. Yeah, it's a bit of fun. I'm just trying to show you different ways of just enjoying it. You don't have to make anything hard and complicated. You just need to have a bit of fun. That's all you need to do. Just dabbling this in. Just taking that brightness off that. There you go. Let's put a little bit more shadow just underneath. There you go. If you wanted to, I'm happy this is finished now. But if you wanted to, you could put a few more darker, maybe lines in like this, just to possibly make it look as if it's a little bit more of a sitting next to a Christmas tree. If you wanted to, there we are. Just to lift that up. Play around with the background. You do it. You could put a bit of green there if you wanted to. You play. It's your painting. It's your Christmas card. All I want to do is just show you a method, and hopefully that has helped you a little bit with how to paint a sphere, how to look at a colour chart like that, deciding on the colours. You don't need a lot of detail. You just need to just play with blending, and that's the most important thing, is to enjoy the paint, enjoy working with the paint, enjoy the painting process. And don't forget to click the videos over there, and click the subscribe button, and I will see you on a video next week at 7:30 Greenwich Mean Time. That's London time. Thank you very much. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Bye bye.